Hey guys, and welcome back. This week I wanted to take a look at a different assortment of varied wind-up and other little toy robots that I have here. I have a wide range from different toy lines and years from the late 60s up until the mid 80s to early 90s. So I've always thought that these weird 1950s, 60s, like kind of lost in space look of robots is just really cool, and I'm sure a lot of you guys do too. They're one of my favorite things to collect just because they come in so many different shapes and sizes with different eyes and weapons and arms and colors, and they all do different things, and they're just so fun to play with. No matter what type of a collector you are, I think pretty much everybody loves just old wacky looking robots. So I figured, hey, let's take a look at some of the ones that I have today. So let's start with the main guy right front and center, and that's this vintage tin wind-up robot. Now a lot of these, you could say their best gears are behind them, because they do wind up, but they don't really roll like they should, because their springs and gears work, but they just stick. Now this one, I believe he's from probably the very late 70s to early 80s. That's just because of you can see the old metal gears on the side here. There's not really anything to date him on, and there is some rust wear, so you can tell that he's definitely been around the block a couple of times. Robot 7 on the back there, and some nice gears and switches, and just love those sci-fi, like Twilight Zone eyes. The arms, I don't believe they move. They're kind of fused into the side there, but we'll wind them up a little bit here. And now you see, like, his wheels will turn. Whoops, kind of went out of focus there. His wheels will turn, but it's just they're not really consistent at him as far as him moving. I'm gonna try to get him to go here, but yeah, it's weird. Like, they turn, but they just like stick or something. He doesn't want to move. So that's the problem you get with a lot of these old wind-up robots, is just everything works, but for some reason they just don't have the spring power like they used to be able to move and things like that, but still really cool. And on his left and right here we got some other ones. This one I think is maybe from the early 70s, possibly the late 60s, just because of the plastic type that he's made out of here. Let's see, he does have a marking on here. See if I can read that. Oh yeah, this is actually 1978. Azra Hamre International, New York, made in Hong Kong, which the best robots always come from Japan. Now he works a little bit better. Not too much though, unfortunately. But I like his goofy face. I like the bright orange color. His arms, they're just kind of flap around at the side. He's got the bright red key that you can turn there on the back. A little spot on the back to be able to oil the springs and stuff, which that's good that they thought ahead. He's a really nice looking little wind-up robot, and his little missiles, they used to shoot sparks, I believe, when he was brand new, but now they just kind of like the little red pegs move in and out, so we'll wind him up a little bit, and you can see what he does. Oh, there we go. He's alive! And he is on the hunt. So yeah, very cool. He's definitely one of my favorites, and you can see his little like guns. Let's see if you can see it again here. The spring kind of wore down, but you can see them, they move like back and forth as his legs move. So you can pretend like he's like shooting missiles out of his chest and stuff. So he's really fun, and he's in you know, pretty good shape. Very cool. He would have shot sparks out of his mouth too, but the flints have long since worn down. Now this next guy here, he's taking he wants to be seen, but you hang on there, we're not at you yet. Now this guy is not a wind-up robot, but I just think he looks cool. He is from Playmobil, and he just has a really unique design to him. I think he's from like that outer space set. And just look at those cool little bug eyes. He would have had attachments that would have gone in the back here. I don't know what they would have been. And he's got like these crazy big wheels you can like roll around all over the place. And he's just really fun. I just really like the color scheme and everything. He's just a really neat looking robot. Like when I think of robot, that kind of comes to mind. You know, he just has that look to him. Beep boop beep. What is your command? So he's neat, even though he doesn't really do anything. Very cool. All right, and now this guy here, he's another one that's really interesting. I like his design. It's totally 80s. I believe he is Tommy. Yes, and he's 1979 Tommy. A lot of robots are made by Tommy, especially these wind-up guys. And I like he has like the big, long, looking like gorilla robot arms, and he's got this cool face. And you know, of course, what robot isn't a robot that doesn't have a good little instrument panel on the front there? And he just really looks like he's ready for a space adventure. And you just wind up his side here on his arms. And then what he's supposed to do is he'll walk, which he's doing a little bit of, because like I said, some of the springs aren't the greatest in these guys anymore. If you tap them, they'll move a little bit. And then his arms go all the way around his body, and it looks kind of like he's lifting himself with his arms. But I don't know if we'll be able to see him do that, because the spring's just so weak after so many years. But yeah, you can kind of see as it's coming around there. See, and it looks like his feet kind of raise up a little bit as they go around, and it looks like he's pushing himself up. So he's a neat little guy. Very cool. And now this one I think is the robot that most people think of when they hear the word robot. And this guy is kind of like a Lost in Space looking robot, and I believe he is also Tommy. Yep, and he's 1978 as well, and he totally has that Lost in Space look with the little grabber arms and the see-through brain with the eyes. You know, totally that Twilight Zone look of robot there. And we'll wind him up a little bit and see what he can do. All right, go to town, little guy. Come on, you were eager a minute ago. See. Come on. Yeah, he's trying. I mean, you kind of get the idea. I mean, it's not like they're going to do anything that unexpected. You know, they're just going to walk and things like that. But yeah, you know, it's over. His little motor's almost 30 years old, so. Or over 30 years old, I guess, yeah, so it's amazing he can move at all. But it's funny, when you lift them up, when there's no friction, then usually their feet start going. And this guy, now, I had one of these when I was a kid. And he was called, I believe, Sparky or something? Sparky Jr. or something? I don't remember the name. And he's not really a wind-up, but he does have a spring motor. And you'd rev up the little motor, and then sparks would fly out of his mouth. What a cool design he is. Look at that. He just looks like he's like all riveted out of metal and everything. His arms move. And yeah, he just has a really neat design to him. Let me see if there's a year on him. I thought there was, but there might not be. And let's see if he has any spark left in him. So you just kind of rev up his little motor there. But anyway, what'll do is you'll rev him up and then, whoop. There we go. So he definitely still works. I mean, even though he doesn't spark, you can still get him to zoom across like smooth surfaces and stuff. There we go. Alrighty, well, thanks guys for stopping by and taking a quick look at this little assortment of different varied robots from the 70s, 80s, you know, and beyond. Hope you guys enjoyed taking a quick look at these robots with me today, and I'll see you back here next time. Take care.
Bite my shiny metal ass.
Hey guys, if you liked the video that you just watched, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, and you can follow me at Facebook at King of Retro or Twitter at #8ByteBrian. See you next time.